jokes, and the rest of the time I'm just gonna say I'm sorry. But let's give it up to our host, because it's really hard to say my fucking name, I'm not gonna lie, Like, I remember when I first did comedy in Colorado, they walked up to me and was like, come to the stage, Ara Draeger. I don't know who she is, but she sounds hot. But all right, so I'm looking around the crowd, I see a couple of grunt style. Is there any former veterans here, military? What branch? Oh, no shit, me too, man. So you can tell everyone in the crowd, like I'm about to tell you guys, if you're a veteran, yes, I am happily divorced. But the thing is, it just was surprised me because, I'd get letters in the mail, like to whom this may concern. Steve's dick's bigger than yours. Right? So, after the divorce, I went on Tinder, right? And I gotta say, Tinder has the weirdest profiles. Like, I want to be your Julia to your Romeo. I want to be your Bonnie to your Clyde. It's kind of fucked up if you know what happens at the end, doesn't it? Yeah. But the weirdest profile was, I'm just looking for my next Joe Exotic. So I matched with her and I said, hey, I don't have any tigers, but I can sure as hell give you meth. But, we actually went on a date and actually was pretty great, but the thing is I found out she's an escort, right? Yeah, I know, right? So I was asking her, I was like, what's the most money you've made at one time? He's like, well, I made $5,000 taking a shit on some dude's chest. I know, I was mortified too. Not for any religious bullshit, but just because of the fact I had to pay for the meal. Let's see. Is everyone from here? No? Okay, cool. You're from here? Thank God. I'm not going to make fun of Greensboro yet. I'm originally not from here. I'm originally from Wisconsin, right? And when people find out you're from Wisconsin, they always say the same thing. It's like, oh, I bet you like beer and cheese, don't you? It's like, that may be true, but you know who doesn't? Our hometown hero. I'd like a moment of silence for Jeffrey Dahmer. What, is it too soon for you guys? All right. But the thing is, my girlfriend likes my accent, even though it's kind of weird to me because I sound Canadian. So it's like, oh, I bet you want to put in my pooper, don't you? Yeah, sexy, right? But, me and her had to break up because, we had a pregnancy scare, right? She called me and said, hey, you got me pregnant. It's like, that's impossible. I got a vasectomy. The herpes are definitely mine, though. Let's see. Like I said, I was in the military. You guys want to hear some war stories? Yeah. Doesn't really fucking matter. You're going to hear them anyway. So 2016, we're in QRF. QRF is you're in a tent full of 30 dudes, right? Every guy here knows you need alone time. Right? So I go to the Porta John, pull up Mia Khalifa because, culturally appropriate. Not even 30 meters away, a rocket hits. Scares the ever-living shit out of me. That is still the best orgasm I've ever had, guys. Now I'm gonna make fun of Greensboro. Something kind of cool about Greensboro is Greensboro, I haven't been here in 10 years. Last time I was here was during States in wrestling, right? And when people find out I used to wrestle, they always say the same thing. It's like, oh, do you know who John Cena is or Ric Flair? No, I've never seen them. I used to do real wrestling, right? And it's like, oh, isn't that kind of gay? Listen, there's nothing gay with two guys, one on top. All right, it's a little gay. But after I got done with wrestling, I knew I did the next best thing, which was MMA, right? And actually, I'm 1-1 in MMA. Won my first fight, lost my second fight. Had to quit after my second fight, though. Because I found out when you get choked, you're supposed to tap and not come. It's gonna get much more worse than this. I'm sorry. Alright. So 2018, right? I was in Afghanistan, second time I was in Afghanistan. This time we were training the Afghans to fight their own war. If you looked at the news, clearly we didn't do a good enough job. Right? So if you know anything about the military, we all use tobacco. I used to dip, right? And I ran out of dip. I walked to the guy I was standing next to. I was like, hey man, can I borrow a pinch? And he was like, yeah, sure, dude. So I got a pinch in my lip, Did not know they used opium. 3 hours later, I wake up and my rifle's missing. And my butthole's hurting. I know, it's gonna get bad. I'm sorry. Let's see. All right. Something I realized when I got in the military is a lot of people are really open, like how I am with you guys right now, obviously. My roommate was much worse, right? So my roommate walked up to me and we were talking, and somehow BDSM showed up, and my girlfriend was like, hey, what is BDSM? So my roommate runs in his room, comes out with a ball gag, paddle, and handcuffs. It's like, this is what BDSM is, baby girl. I was horrified because the thing is, he looked right at me when he said that. But the thing is, another thing is, after I got out of the military, I had to work a job, right? And I was shadowing this one guy at a job. He's like, hey, what'd you do before you came here? I was like, I joined the Army. He's like, oh, that's cool, man. I did 3 years in ROTC. Calm down, Chris Kyle. I would respect you more if you said you were a Boy Scout, just because the fact is I know you had to try hard to get that. But let's see, what else? All right, so I got a serious question about people who are from here. How come when it snows, you guys get bread and milk? Because again, I'm from Wisconsin, right? And the thing is, every time I come through here, you guys get you get the two things that go bad without power, right? The two things, and it's like, even if they're like, oh, there's 1 inch of snow, schools are closed, all that stuff, right? I've lost 3 brothers and sisters because we had to walk to school because of the snow. I'm just joking. Calm down. But let's see. But I had to quit my job though recently. Just because the fact is my supervisor is way too open with me. He was very upset. He called me. He was like, "Hey man, I'm really pissed off." I was like, "All right, what's wrong, man?" He was like, "My uncle fucked my sister." I was like, "That's kind of fucked up, dude." And he was like, "I'm gonna fuck his daughter." I'm like, "Isn't that your cousin, dude? Like, this isn't Virginia. Like, calm down." Let's see. All right, I got a serious question for the audience. All right. Would you kill baby Hitler? Thank you. You know why? One, he's a baby, dude. That's kind of fucked up. Yeah. I would raise him, treat him like my own, right? Fucking play catch with him. But the moment the kid says, hey, I want to go to art school, that's when you cap him in the back of the head. We do not accept failures in this family. Vegetarians hate that joke, by the way. They're like, oh, I don't understand why you make fun of our celebrity. We don't make fun of Jerry Seinfeld in front of you. That's my time. You guys have a good night.